So I've got a project coming up, and it's going to involve a lot of terminal ends, just as you see in this picture. Terminal ends can cost quite a bit of money, specifically if you're going with copper terminal ends, which is what we're going to make today. And quite honestly, I don't buy them anymore. I make my own. So let's show you how to do that. What you would need is some copper tubing of the appropriate size. I purchased this in a big box store for literally only a few dollars. I think it was $3 or $4 for about 10 feet. We're making some pretty small terminal ends, but you could definitely do this on any size, and I have before, and it works just fine. We're going to make some terminal ends that'll fit this wire. That's why we're using some pretty small tubing. You're going to take about 1 inch off the end. I like to use just a little tubing cutter. One of the tricks I like to do with my tubing cutter is I tighten it down, and I spin it all the way around, tighten it down again, and I spin it backwards. That way it doesn't walk off track. So if you ever had problems cutting tubing and it kept walking off, this is your secret. There's our piece of tubing. I'm sure by now you've figured out that we're just going to take this tube and crush to the end of it and drill a hole in it. That's how we're going to make our battery terminal lead. And you're absolutely correct. There is a little bit of a trick I'd like to tell you about. I like to take something and put it inside the tube so that when we're flattening the end, it doesn't flatten our terminal connector. And I've marked this about a 1/2 inch down, and that's where we want to crush it. So let's go ahead and crush this down. We'll make our terminal end. I have some magnets in my vise. And the only reason I have them in there is they're smooth on the inside. I don't have any protectors for these jaws yet, and these jaws are very rough on the inside. I just want to make a nice smooth finish on the inside of my connector. So we're just going to put this in there just like that, and we're going to tighten it down, and this will make the end of our connector. Just like that. Okay, then I like to straighten my end out just because I like to be very neat with these types of things. So I'm just going to pull it back a little bit like that. And now we've got most of it already made. Now we're just going to take it to the grinder and knock the corners off a little bit so it's nice and round, and put a hole right in the center using a drill press. So there you have it. That's how I make my terminal ends. If you like these types of do-it-yourself videos, please like and subscribe. I do a lot of do-it-yourself stuff, and I think you might be interested.